Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw With Me, where we get together and put 10 minutes on the clock and try and draw as much as possible on a collective character theme. Besides that, the challenge is completely up to you as far as if you're going to draw headshots, torso, full body, action shots, doesn't matter. That is up to you, as well as the media that you're going to use, color pencils, colored pencils, markers, crayons, whatever. Completely up to you. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be doing a centralized character theme, and that character today is Snow Serpent from GI January. So there's a lot of reference for Snow Serpent, so if you don't have it, go ahead and grab it, pause this video and grab your materials as well as a reference, and when you're ready, just come on back and we will go ahead and get started. All right, welcome back. Now that you're here, we're going to go ahead and put 10 minutes on the clock, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Yep. So now I'm always nervous if I didn't actually push the button, right? See how one mistake will influence so much. And like, oh man, make sure you don't want to screw that up again. You're like, yeah, right, I don't. So Snow Serpent, I do know of this character because I remember him from a lot of the cartoons, but to be honest, right, like I didn't have this character. He was not one of the people that I was like, oh yeah, I have to have me the Snow Serpent from Cobra. So that didn't happen, but I did think he was pretty cool. I was like, oh, he looks, I was like, he looks cool. And look at the nose in here, make sure his head's right. But like I said, not where I'm like, oh, this was the absolute character that I needed. It's like you just wasn't that guy. Like it wasn't like, oh man, this character, this one right here, this is the one I need. No offense to the Snow Serpent and for those people who liked it, but I'm just saying, like, he just wasn't, it was not the character for me. And now the fun part, the thing that I really do enjoy about this character though, is that he's got this huge boa, right? This huge, like, gotta keep himself warm boa, right? And the best part about it is that it keeps going. So he's got like one, right? He's got one here that's just super big, right? And then out of his arms, he's got another one. So it's like he's super warm, right? So that's what we get to do today. Draw super warm, fuzzy things, because like, oh, well, he's not trying to be cold, which makes sense because he's fighting in the snow. But, that, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, well, I guess, let's go ahead and put this one down here too, just to give it a little bit more visual interest. And then here, and then right, just a little bit more visual interest, because I'm going, well, it's cool and all, but I think that probably shouldn't be adding to my drawing, but I don't know. Of course not, because we're already 6.5 minutes in. And then you got me trying to, oh, you know what, that's not even like that. And while I might know this character, I don't know this character. So once again, trying to make sure that everything is right, it's not always the easiest thing to do. And that's, like I said, and that's one thing that if you haven't picked up on yet, is that once you know your character, that's when it's going to become a lot easier for you to draw. And, well, to be honest, I don't know this character. Come in and quickly draw this fur, which if you've never drawn fur before, let me tell you something. It's not that easy to make, to make it actually look like it's fluffy, especially if you're using a Sharpie. Right? So we're trying here. Time 4 minutes. Oh, okay. Better than some of the other ones. Alright. Gracie. Oh, I guess we need to. Well, do we? No, we don't. We don't. We'll do that, but we don't. Ow! Ow! That hurt. I'm going too fast. I'm hurting myself. Alright, so. Once again. Visors tend to just be clear, and then when I do my post cleanup, I'll add some white to it. Right, but snow serpent. So with like I said this before, but I always enjoyed the snow people, right? Any type of Joe or Cobra, and they're like, oh, this person's in the snow. I liked it because, not always, but I lived a lot in Germany, and so it's like, oh, I remember it being freezing cold, and so being able to actually go out in the snow and play with like the snow cat and snow job and this guy, it was just a lot of fun. And once again, it just goes towards the versatility of what G.I. Joe was, right? You had the ability to do so much with it, right? Like you could be in the snow, you could be in the jungle, and it all made sense. You're just like, yeah, of course, because they're in the jungle, right? And then you needed, and that's what really made it fun, was the fact that, oh, well, now you need your jungle Joe, right? You need the person who specializes in like jungle missions, which was kind of weird that you're like, jungle missions, like, wait, what? So, but it was fun and just brilliant strategy for marketing and stuff like that, where you could make more toys and be like, now we're off in the jungle, and this Joe is specifically trained to work in the harsh environment of the jungle or the snow, or fill in the blank. It was awesome. It was smart, but it also, I think, gave you the ability to find out who you were, like, oh, well, I like this character and I like that character. I thought it was fun. I really do like G.I. Joe. Like G.I. Joe was one of the things that really, really shaped who I was as not only an artist, but also as a child, you know? It was very influential. And of course, you know, they had ninjas, so I will always be with you. You're like, oh yeah, we support the idea of ninjas and they're awesome and stuff like that. I'm there. We're cutting it close, aren't we? Oh, we're counting that. It's like, oh, we're definitely counting that. Look at that. Done. Right? Oh, I know. It was like closity close, but that is done. So yeah, we're like, let's break that streak, right? Like, don't want to keep doing those I can't make it in 10-minute type deals. Now granted, you know, you got to come back in and clean it up, but for the most part, it's all done, right? 10 minutes, we got this full thing done. It's pretty awesome. So I hope that you were successful in your drawing today. And if you were not, don't worry about it. You know, we'll just come back and tackle it again next time. You will get better. This will become easier. You will becoming more consistent and successful if you keep doing it. Okay? Now, excuse me. If you are participating, please follow us on Discord. Come join us on the Discord and drop your stuff there so that we can see your progress and cheer you on with your successes and help you through the struggles that you have, right? So that we can see your artistic journey. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you will get notified as soon as I drop new content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.